Okay, this is going to be the 3-knot system. It sounds as though it's the most complicated knot to tie for your assessment. However, I think you find it's quite a bit easier than you realise, especially when the first and last knot that you need to tie in the 3-knot system we've covered already. It's a bowline followed by a Blake's hitch knot that we're going to run through, and last of all it is a stopper knot at the end. So once again we are setting the rope as though we're climbing up a tree. So this side of the rope is theoretically going over a branch and then coming down again to this. Now in order to tie the 3-knot system you need quite a bit of spur rope in your tail end of the rope to tie these 3 knots. Now generally speaking, if you were to open your arms fully, I've found that it's a full strength and a little bit. So if I run this through, I'll do 1 and a little bit. At the point that I ended the little bit is where I'm going to tie my bowline. So I've got all this rope spare. Now I'm going to tie a bowline in a way that is exactly the same as usual, but you've just got a big piece of rope to feed through it. That is the only difference. So you do your bite, so bottom right to top left, and then with your rabbit, he comes out the hole, there's quite a bit of it to pull through, and then he goes around the back of the tree, as before, and then back through the same hole that it came from. And I love that analogy. And what that gives you, just tidy that up a bit, is a bowline just as normal. Like that. With the exception that you have a big long tail here. Now this is a new part to it. This rope here goes over the top of the other rope. So you've got a bowline with a very long tail that goes over the longer part of rope that's coming over the tree. Now, for this part, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Grab this rope and give me a thumbs up. This rope lies over your thumb with, I'd suggest, about 6 or 7 inches here, bridge between the two. This rope's going across like this. We're going to make effectively 4 loops here by wrapping this rope around in a spiral going upwards. So I'll treat this one as the first loop and you'll see why in a second. So that's 1. 2, and I'm saying 2 because there are now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bowline, rope over the rope, and I've been giving it a thumbs up. Now the reason I'm giving it the thumbs up is so that the rope doesn't touch and I've got a bit to play with here. When you've done your 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, this rope comes back in front of the bridge, like this. So that should look like that. And I'm going to take my hand out, and I'll show you. Bowline, rope over that, spiralling upwards to make 1, 2, 3, 4. This then comes at the front, but then it goes around the back again, so it kind of forms a loop here, back to back. And the reason my thumb was there is to make it easier for this part. So this goes between these here and then out through the second one. So it only goes through 2. When you do that, you can then dress the knots to make it nice and tight. Because this is the friction device. Very similar to the prusik that we've just seen. It looks very similar superficially. So when it's dressed and you put your weight on it, that'll tighten. The 3rd knot is a figure of 8. So put your bite in the rope as we showed you before. 1, 2, and then the tail goes through. I'll dress that to make it look a bit neater. And that's your figure. That is the 3-knot system. We'll lift that up a bit. We have a bowline, knot number 1. We have a Blake's hitch, knot number 2. And the figure of 8, knot number 3. Now if this was tied into a tree, this would be attached to you. This forms the friction knot that carries you up. That is the 3-knot system.